Hi, and welcome to day 8 of 21 days of tapping into your creative self. Today, we're going to tap on the habit of productivity. We might have some resistance to this. It almost feels like creativity goes with spontaneity and allowing inspiration to strike. And so having a habit of productivity feels sort of paradoxical. But even Pablo Picasso recognized it when he said, inspiration does exist, but it must find you working. So we need to get into a space every single day where we can allow inspiration to strike, where we can allow our creativity to find a space in which to work. So let's do a little bit of tapping on any resistance we might have to that. And then we'll tap in 7 productivity hacks. They're going to be things that you know already, but by tapping them in, hopefully they might actually take root and be able to be put in practice in your life. So just take a breath and say, I resist the habit of productivity. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how true is that? So 10 is, yep, completely resist it. 1 is, no, I'm very productive, very habitual. And what kind of things come up for you? Is there a sort of icky feeling of, oh, God, it's going to be like going back to school, or these kind of ideas that we have? Let's do some tapping. Even though I resist making a habit of productivity, I love and accept myself completely. Even though I resist making a habit of productivity, I love and honor myself completely. Even though I resist this habit of productivity, I resist setting a daily time. I resist setting a daily place. So often I don't find the time. And even though I resist making a habit of productivity, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. I'm resisting this habit of productivity. I'm resisting finding the time to be creative. My creativity is very sporadic. The idea of a daily practice seems to go against the whole thing. Creativity should be spontaneous. It should just happen when it happens. And so I don't set up the time or the place. I don't find a moment when I'm not distracted or when other things are not taking precedent. And the days, even the weeks go past, and my creativity has taken a back seat. All this resistance I have to creating this habit, all this resistance to making a habit of productivity. It feels too much like work. Reminds me too much of school. All these daily tasks, which was so boring. I only did because I had to. And a part of me knows that I love being creative. I love having time for my creativity. But it's never been a real priority. And so often when I was little, I was told to stop wasting time, to stop making a mess. to get on with something useful, to be more serious. I got a lot of messages that somehow my creativity was not the way to be spending my time. Maths homework came before art or music. It might even have been taken off the curriculum. And I've allowed it to be taken off my curriculum. I'm choosing to clear all these messages. I'm choosing to recognize just how important it is to be creative, because it nurtures me and it's good for the world. And I choose to create a habit of productivity and of creativity so that I create a container that I will fill with amazing things. So just take a breath, see how you're feeling. And now let's tap into some of those productivity tips and ideas. So we're going to use the words I choose. Starting at the eyebrow. I choose to focus on one thing at a time. I can be incredibly busy and having an incredible amount of things in my life, but I focus entirely on what I'm doing in the moment. So I really make the most of my time. Even if it's just 20 minutes, I'm going to be there for that time. So I'll eliminate distractions. Phone off or in another room. Getting rid of any distractions, whether it's children or animals. I'm allowing myself to be free of distractions. And I'll anticipate future distractions. If I know something's coming up the next day, I'll work around that so that I can be there and make the most of my time. And I choose to find a work-life balance. I'll be working, I'll be focusing on my relationships, and I'll be focusing on my creativity. I choose to find time for all of them. I will not waste time checking my emails or going on social media. Can't say it, sorry. I might watch Netflix from time to time, but I won't let it go on for hours and hours. And I'll say yes sparingly. I know I have to help other people out, but I'm going to recognize that I have to help myself out too. So I won't say yes to everything. And I'm going to nurture myself with a morning routine so that I start the day right, with good energy, feeling fit and well. If that means getting to bed a little earlier, I choose to know what's good for me. And I choose to feel really good as I get into this habit of productivity. So take a breath and let it go. And plan your time to make the most of your creativity. See you tomorrow.